Hey guys, my name's Nick Sivrich. I'm a physical therapist, and today I want to go over this week's question of the week. This week's question of the week is about slipped discs and if they exist or not. The term is used a lot, and I'll have patients come in and say, yeah, the doctor gave me an MRI and says I have a slipped disc. And I'm sure many of you have heard this term before. And to be honest, there is no such thing as a slipped disc. Many of you may know that, but some of you may not. And discs herniate and they bulge, but they never slip. They just don't. And to kind of fully understand that, I'll just kind of go over a little bit of kind of the anatomy of the disc itself and what happens when a disc herniates. So with the disc, the discs are just the cushions in between. The vertebrae kind of sit on top of one another, and you have the disc in between each one. And they're used as just cushioning basically. That's all they do, is they cushion in between the bone. And when they wear away, you end up getting bone-on-bone arthritis just like you would any other part of your body. So the disc itself is made up of two layers. You have the outer layer, which is called the annulus, and you have the inner layer, which is called the nucleus. And the nucleus is more of like a gel-like substance. The outer layer is more fibrous, it's tougher, and that's kind of the protective layer. So usually what happens when a disc herniates is that annulus kind of weakens. There's other layers in front of that, in your back, with the muscles and the ligaments that go along with your spine. They'll weaken. Those are kind of the front line, if you want to call it. And once those weaken, then the disc itself has to fight for itself. And basically, if there's a weakness in that annulus, kind of what happens, just kind of think of it as like if the fibers are kind of sitting like this, basically, and they'll start to kind of weaken this way, this way, this way, and something will pop out. And what pops out is the nucleus that kind of finds that area of weakness and wants to push out. And what happens when it pushes out, then it causes that disc to push out further from where it should be, and then it'll end up hitting a nerve and causing pain down your leg or your arms or kind of wherever the actual herniation is in your back. And that'll cause the pain, numbness, weakness, whatever. But that's kind of what happens when a disc herniates. And the disc never slips. If a disc would actually slip, it would basically kind of come out of the joint itself, and that just can't happen. So, these terms are loosely thrown around, and whether or not people think a slip disc is a herniation and they use that as such, I'm not sure. But if anyone says that their discs slip, it's just not true. So I hope that helped you guys this week. I hope I've been informative in my videos that I've put out so far. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook, as well as if you have any questions, you can always contact me at nicksivrichpt@gmail.com. Have a great week, guys. Thanks a lot.